Welcome back. The labour movement is calling on employers and the government to step up support for older workers. This through job redesign, skills upgrading, and more age-inclusive practices, especially in this automation and AI era. Here are some of NTUC's findings from a survey and focus group discussions. Now, in the survey, more than 46% of nearly 600 respondents across all age groups said they'd like to work beyond the eventual re-employment age of 70. Interest to do so was higher among those aged 64 and above, compared to those between 50 and 63. Now, the top motivation for wanting to continue working was to stay mentally and physically active. This was followed by the need for income to cover daily living expenses. The survey also found that older workers value choice and flexibility in work options and arrangements. And when it comes to re-employment, about half preferred full-time work, while the other half said they would opt for part-time arrangements. Now, in a separate focus group discussion involving close to 500 people across all age groups, many said they preferred more flexible working arrangements later in life. These included shorter working hours and alternative roles, such as advisory or coaching positions.
Supporting our seniors doesn't just increase our labour force participation, but it also ensures that we have a more resilient workforce that is able to cope with the AI-enabled future. And so from this aspect, I think for the long-term competitiveness of Singapore and making sure that our economy continues to be strong, we have to continue to invest in our senior workers, tap on their experience, and make sure that we are able to meet the challenge of the future economy.
Mr. Tan was speaking during a tour of Tock Seng Hospital, which employs about 1,000 older workers out of about 10,000 staff. NTUC says the hospital is one example of how age-inclusive policies and tech innovation can support senior workers in a fast-evolving healthcare environment. Caitlin Ng has more.
Technology like this has cut down the need for some manual and labour-intensive duties. This system, called Presage, alerts nurses earlier when patients are at risk of falls, making a big difference, especially for older staff. One nurse points out how the previous manual setup, such as putting up mats and alarms and fitting connections, was time-consuming and physically demanding.
With this Presage starts, it really helps us a lot, restraining us from moving a lot. The staff no need to run, And then this process has given us more chances, more time to serve the other patients who are in need.
With the help of younger colleagues, Ms. Teng says her initial fear of the new tech was quickly overcome. Digital literacy has become a key pillar in supporting the use of these systems. The hospital runs regular bite-sized training sessions, coaching staff through programs like ChatGPT and Microsoft tools. Beyond technology, the hospital is also transforming its workforce.
Previously, my job scope is mainly administrative. Now, actually, I'm involved in a nursing role. I'm involved in taking vital signs for patients and assisting in feeding and removing IV cannula upon discharge. This brings me direct to the patient care directly, as I enjoy doing it. And I'm a supervisory role. I have to be competent in what I am doing to train my juniors.
Through job redesign, the hospital hopes to help its staff continue learning and growing.
With this, they actually pick up new skills, clinical skills that they never imagined they could do. At the same time, their own career progression is also enhanced with these learning opportunities. And we actually are able to kind of optimize our manpower to do more, because doing the same is no longer sustainable.
With these efforts in place, staff like Ms. Teng say they enjoy their work more and hope to continue serving their patients.
There's no retirement in my brain. I would like to serve the community, especially now aging population. I would like to contribute more of my time with them to understand how they feel, to give them more love. That not only family, but in the hospital, there are caring nurses too. This is what I wish to continue.
It's this human touch and connection that keeps Ms. Teng going, as more workers like her hope to continue working past retirement.